Yeah, e equals to pi equals to 3. I don't know why that is a question, because that's a well-known fact. I don't understand that. A huge thanks to my Patreon supporters for making this episode possible. Oh, sweet cat, you look so lovely. No, why are you running away? I played a song for you, you filthy little cat. Good morning, fellow mathematicians. Welcome back to another video. Once again, another episode of the Q&A. Before we get into the advent calendar, I still want to get this off my mind. But before we dive into the main video, don't forget to check out today's sponsor, Readdle's PDF Expert, who are kind enough to sponsor this episode. More information at the end of the video though. Now let us dive right in. If you haven't watched the other Q&As though, then make sure to watch them, because there's a lot of information about me in there. So yeah, links to all of them will be down there in the description. First question is by Red Swan Music. What's your least favorite integral? I can tell you a class of integrals that I really despise. Those are kind of those secant to the nth power reduction formula integrals. I don't like those kinds of integrals because most of the time they require some kind of trick to get behind them. So just remembering formulas like the differential of the secant squared and stuff like this. I don't particularly enjoy those integrals because they just they are just not integrals that you can solve by basically having a lot of skill. They are integrals you solve by remembering certain differentials all the kind. So yeah, this basic class of integrals that I do not enjoy particularly. What's your most favorite number? It's 135, because those are the first 3 odd numbers that you find on your keyboard, and it's pretty nice to type in. So I don't know, it's my most favorite number. Yeah, and this is the number that I put into all my passwords. No, I don't, but this was the number that I put behind my first username in my very first MMORPG that I ever played. It was called Online, and yeah, I was called, I can't remember, I think it was JBoy135, so yeah, something like this. Can you do a handstand des? No, I can't. I was able to do a handstand back in the days when I was still athletic as frick, but I'm not a thick boy anymore, so I'm not, no. I can do this anymore, but I can still do a headstand, which I'm not going to do right now, okay? I finished high school maths. What should I learn next? You should definitely start off with linear algebra, so vector spaces, all the like, abstract linear algebra, and after that you should definitely get into abstract algebra and just higher calculus, meaning analysis in general. So this is what you should definitely do next. Learn something about series and sequences and all the likes, and learning more about matrices really always helps. So this is where you should go from this point onwards. What got you into mathematics? I answered the question already. What's your favorite number? Answered the question already. What is your favorite equation? I don't really know. I don't have favorite equation, I think, but I really love that you can turn Dirichlet series into Euler products. So that's a cool formula, I would say. Do you plan to get a PhD? No, I don't plan to get a PhD because I finished my studies, so nope, not at the moment. And after college, where do you plan to work? I'm working as a teacher at a private school, so yeah, that's already settled basically. Nilesh Chakraborty integral of please. Nope. Papa, can we be friends, best friends? I'm really down to earth depressed. Math is a reason to live. It's definitely one reason to live. I mean, we can be online friends, but I'm kind of busy, to be honest. I would love to have more friends, okay, honestly, but yeah, you can join my Discord server if you like, then maybe we can be friends. Which do you like more, applied or pure mathematics? And what's your favorite area? Analytic number theory is my most favorite area, and I think pure mathematics is the kind of mathematics that I enjoy more. But when it comes to applied mathematics, I really just like solving integrals and doing theoretical physics and the like. And basically this is all just applied mathematics, so yeah. What advice would you give to someone who is beginning to study college level mathematics? Definitely start off like universities would do. Linear algebra, and at the same time learn some abstract algebra, because they go really well together. Linear algebra is going to be way more understandable once you start learning abstract algebra. And also you should definitely go ahead and learn analysis, because analysis is one way to learn really rigorous proofs, and which gives you a good idea how mathematics is going to look once you approach higher mathematics like functional analysis or the like. So definitely do that. Werner Stein is asking, if you had to learn another language, which language would it be and why? It would be Japanese, because I already started learning Japanese back in the days, good old weeb days. I'm still kind of a weeb, okay, a little otaku-chan. I'm your oni-chan. But yeah, I just think that Japanese sounds really nice. It's not just because I watch a lot of anime or stuff like this, it's just because Japanese sounds like a real language, but like a really nice one to listen to at that. So maybe you get where I'm going here. If you listen to, for example, Korean or Chinese, if you listen, they don't really sound like real languages. But Japanese, it's kind of different, if you ask me, because you can hear distinct words and the like, and it just sounds like a real language, and I think this is just pleasant to my ears, just like English or German or the like. So yeah, I really love Japanese, and I would love to learn it more, but I stopped learning it because I had no one to talk to, so yeah, that was the reason why I stopped initially. Yo Baba, why is integration hard? Because it really freaking is. Differentiation is like the easy thing. You have like 3 rules to go by if you have differentiable functions. But then there is integration, which is just, I don't know, you just don't have a real algorithm for most integrals that you can go by. It's just fiddly squiddly, and this is the fun about integrals. They are not easy to solve like differentiation problems, and this makes them kind of unique, and each and every integral brings its own charm. Okay, it's like a lump of meat being placed on your table, and you think, that's spicy my boy, and each integral is a new lump of meat, and all of those are really spicy. Ugh. Yeah, e equals to pi equals to 3. I don't know why that is a question, because that's a well-known fact. I don't understand that. Rank the 5 most important mathematical constants, except trivial ones like 1 or 0. Do you mean for me important or important in general? Because when it comes to importance in general, I would say that e and pi have basically the same relevance. But I think e is a tiny little bit more relevant, because exponential functions and complex numbers, yeah, because they are defined like that. So yeah, I think Euler's number is really, or the exponential function in general, is really the most important constant out there. Then there comes pi, and all the other constants are just a byproduct of many things to make it easier. For example, Gleichscher-Kinkeling's constant or Mertens constant. Those are also really important, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think e and pi are the most important ones, and other than that there are just other ones that mathematicians introduce to make their life way easier. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, my boy Yogesh Bak. Long-time subscriber, loving you, my boy. Which one is harder to solve for, Riemann hypothesis or QnA? Are you into gaming? If so, what do you play? I love gaming, but I don't have the time right now to really play, sadly. But if I were to play something, I would probably get back to Guild Wars 2 and several other MMORPGs. But I also do enjoy a casual round of Rocket League or, yeah, shooters most of the time. But I think my most favorite genre still are the MMORPGs, because they are just I don't know, you can waste a lot of time with those and there's a lot of stuff to explore. It's just really pleasant to play through MMOs. Or RPGs in general, okay? What's an EJIT? And do you sell them in the STEM merch shop? If I remember correctly, an EJIT is a really dumb person. So this is what an EJIT is by definition, I think. But the origin of this word comes from Scotland, I think. This is a Scottish word to insult someone. Let me see for a second. Yeah, it's an Irish word. I should have guessed. It really sounds Irish because it sounds so aggressive. No, Scottish people are aggressive. No, both are really aggressive. And no, we are not selling them at STEM merch. By the way, check out STEM merch. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. A link will be down there in the description too. Go in depth into contour integration. That stuff is dope AF. Maybe I will do so at some point, but up until now you can just watch Dr. Payam's content on contour integration. He already covered a lot of stuff, so that's a good source, I believe, to learn it from scratch at first. Tuba is asking, do you love me? Yeah, I love all my children. I'm a dad of over 150k individuals and I love each and every one of you. Do you plan to cover some discrete mathematics on the channel? Maybe at some point in the future, but I would need to read into the topic. At the moment, most of the stuff here is calculus, no, not calculus, but analysis based. So yeah, I should bring in a bit more diversity into all the content. I would love to, but I need to read into the topics at first before I can cover some stuff here. How to crack Putnam questions. You basically learn an algorithm and hope for the best, I suppose. How did you become good at math? To be honest, don't get me wrong on this one, but I don't consider myself to be good at mathematics. It's just if I look at many other people, I know that they are way freaking better than I could ever hope to be. And yeah, but speaking of the level that I'm in, I don't know, by just being persistent and trying to get behind everything. Just trying to learn how everything works, not just learning it up until it's in my mind in there, so just binge learning basically, but really trying to understand what I'm doing there. And I think that's a really good start, trying to understand instead of just learning everything to basically remember everything out of your mind. What is life? Baby, don't hurt me. I know, it just sounds like it, alright. I don't know what life is, probably 426.9. You got the over 145 big brain, so why can't you make the perfect slide entrance into the videos? I don't know, it just doesn't work. I have no idea why it doesn't work, but it's just something that's really hard to do, believe it or not. How did you start maths? I started when I started with university. And then I was really bad at it, and then I became a tiny little bit better. So I never really started, I was just thrown into the whole thing because it sounded like fun to study, yeah. What chalkboards do you use? Where did you get them? I'm using chalkboards manufactured by some German manufacturer. I think it was Schultafel Discount was the website. So if you are from the US, there's no way you are going to get your hands on one of these. I was looking around for some people because they really wanted blackboards like I have in my room. But in the USA, it seems to be a totally different situation when it comes to school supplies like big smart boards, big whiteboards and blackboards. You just can't get them normally. Even I had some problems basically to get mine because you need to run a company such that you can apply for getting some of those. So yeah, it's kind of hard to actually get your hands on blackboards and they are really expensive. How are you doing? Once again, I'm doing pretty fine. Do you play any musical instruments? You're still asking that question, I don't understand this. Don't you hear how good I am? Oh goodness, that's so good. Ukulele, my best tool. And also I'm playing the nose flute from time to time. Who is Epsilon and what did he do to Delta? They both have really small peepees. And you know what people with really small peepees do to each other. Not gonna go into any more detail about that. Why do you like maths so much? Why do you do a basic high schooler lesson? I don't know what the second part of this question is supposed to mean, but first part, I don't know. Why do you like eating pizza? It's just something that I enjoy. Mathematics has just so many facets and faces, and it's just really cool to look at all these topics. And in my opinion, the most interesting thing about all of these is that they are kind of connected. No matter where you look, in what branch of mathematics, they are connected to some other branch of mathematics in some way. And to find those deep connections, this is by far the most beautiful thing I could find in mathematics thus far, and I think that's never going to change for me. I just love how everything is intertwined and interwebbed. It's just really cool. Just look at analytic number theory. This is why I love it so much, because you take analysis tools and suddenly you are able to solve 100-year-old standing mathematical problems in regular elementary number theory using analysis, which is just really cool. It's just really amazing. Who are you? I'm a German boy. Can we have more Papa baking videos? What's your favorite thing to bake? I would love to create more baking videos, but the thing is they really didn't perform too well and they are just way too much effort to create. Hence I stopped because the Preis-Leistungs-Verhältnis just didn't work for me. Yeah, sadly. But I would love to post more. They were quite a lot of fun to make. What's your favorite thing to bake? I think my most favorite thing to bake is Stollen. It's like a milk bread, you could say. It's like a sweet bread with raisins and almonds in there, and it's kind of a lot of fun to bake. But I also love baking cakes and stuff like this. Adds a lot of variation to the whole thing. And pies, okay. Obviously, I love baking pies. Were you ever bad at mathematics? How bad? I was really bad. I was so bad that I failed maths several years, one after another. In my regular school life, during my regular school life, I sucked at mathematics up until 2016. Yeah, 2016 it was. Yeah. How much do you love Papa Wheeler? He's a cool guy, I think. Can you laugh at that person? I don't know. I don't know if I love him. Which do you think is more fun or better, analysis or algebra, and where? I think analysis, just because I don't know. It's a preference, I think. I mean, algebra is pretty beautiful in itself because the proofs are very strict and not too straightforward, but they're really nice to look at. Algebra proofs have something really nice in them. I don't know how to describe it, but they are really beautiful in my opinion. And analysis, I don't know, it's just a topic I spent most time with up until now, and that's probably why I like it better. I don't know. Opinion on psychedelics. I don't know. Don't do drugs, kids. E to the 180 degrees times r is -1. Not a nice notation. This is cursed. I should post this on my Twitter. Give me a second. I seriously posted it just now. Good one, thank you, Juan T. Do you think someone of average IQ could complete an undergraduate degree in mathematics? Yeah, totally. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, you are going to train your IQ by doing mathematics, and I believe if you really go through the whole undergraduate mathematics thing, you're going to have a way higher IQ. In comparison, if you were to test it before your studies and after your studies. So never base your interests on how high of an IQ you have. This is really not something you should do. You should just do it if you enjoy doing it. And if you fail, then you at least try it, I think. So never stop, try it out. Don't base stuff like this on your IQ. Really pointless, don't do that. Do you smoke cement? No, I don't. I don't smoke cement. What a question, god damn it. What is the best thing you would say to us to make better, or give us some infos you think we must go on it? never give up. You can do it. Just do it, okay? Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. No, seriously. Stay motivated. This is the most important thing. Never let yourself be talked down or something like this. Just do your thing and try your best. Last 3 questions, then we are already done, to be honest. Okay, this was already long enough once again. I don't want to stretch them out too much, those Q&As. So yeah, let's get into the last 3 questions. Which is more important in today's society, pure mathematics or hentai? This is not a valid question. Obviously pure mathematics. Next up, do you believe that high school mathematics needs to be reformed? I've heard compelling arguments that teaching an entire year of geometry and otherwise preparing students for calculus is the wrong approach. In modern terms, so the argument goes, we need to decrease focus on geometry in favor of statistics and computer science. And the goal of high school maths shouldn't be to prepare for calculus. I definitely think that the school system must be reformed because it just sucks the way it is. It's terrible, and I have talked about this before. But leaving certain topics out, I think, isn't the way. Okay, you are speaking about decreasing the focus, which I would agree on in many points. I think geometry, for example, is fucking useless, and I don't know why you should need that to get through your life. I mean, it's good to know, but let's be honest. Why do you need Papa Pythagoras? You won't need that. But I don't think that you should drop calculus because calculus is really important. Just think about cross multiplication. This is already calculus, so linear functions and the like, and you are using those during your daily life. So I don't think that you should drop calculus. I think there are other topics that you could drop, for example, probability theory or geometry, that you could lose a bit of focus on. But calculus and the applied mathematics, you shouldn't drop those. You shouldn't. And statistics and computer science is pretty important, so yeah, you should definitely go for that more. But I think nothing is really going to change in the next few years. I don't know. Sadly, nothing is really going to change over time. It just is what it is. People are clinging to their boomer standards like crazy, and we need to wait up until all of them are dead, such that we can start reforming the school systems, I think. Last question, do you like topology? I do enjoy topology, but to be honest, I don't enjoy too much the pure mathematical side of topology. What I enjoy more is like the geometrical argument topology, like, you know, turning a ball inside out and the like. This is just something that is really cool to look at, and this is one of the topics that got me initially interested in mathematics because it just looked cool and pretty fancy. And yeah, this side of topology I really like, just like not theory, but the pure mathematical side of topology isn't too much my cup of cake, so with open sets and all the like. And this already concludes the Q&A. I thank you guys for watching, but do not stop watching yet, because we got a new sponsor going, and their name is Readdle, the creators of PDF Expert for Macintosh. And no, I'm not using a Macintosh, I'm using an Asus here, but I was lucky enough to actually try out their software on the school computers, because we have some Macs lying around, and their program is actually pretty good, and I pretty much like it as much on Mac as I do PDF Element Pro here on my Windows operating system. During the time I was able to try out PDF Expert for myself, I was really surprised about how smoothly I could implement it into my workflow. It's really fast and has a lot of functionalities coming with it. Oh, by the way, for those of you being interested, PDF Expert is an award-winning PDF editing software, which is only available for Mac but also on iOS, meaning you can use it on the go. Some of its most prominent functionalities includes smooth reading and really fast scrolling, so it's way faster on its feed than, for example, PDF Element Pro. But also it really has fast text rendering, a really intuitive design. You can drag stuff around really easily. You can edit text, you can edit pictures, you can save them, you can replace pictures, or you can overall edit pictures and text. Really doesn't matter what you want to do. You can extract pages, you can annotate PDFs and all the like, you can crop pages. It's just really a bliss to work with, and I'm really glad I got to try it out over a certain amount of time. And what I find to be one of the really nice features that PDF Expert includes is that it has a lot of shortcuts available. So you can press a lot of button combinations and you can make your workflow way faster this way. So overall it's, for example, way better than Acrobat Reader from Adobe, and also it's way more affordable than that, if you ask me. Just take a look at the pricing and you are going to notice that it's way more affordable than all the Adobe Acrobat software that you can find out there. And if you really want to try it out, you're going to get a 7-day free trial period where you can try out PDF Expert to your utmost liking. Each and every feature is going to be available during the trial period. And if you are still a student, then there's an even better deal, because you are going to get a 50% educational offer for academic people, meaning for students and teachers or the like. So I can also get a cheap version of PDF Expert, which is really nice. So if this feels like it's something for you, make sure to check out the link at the top of the description. With it, you can download PDF Expert for free. Hey Hannah! And yeah, try it out. And if their service feels like it's something you could definitely benefit from in the future, then make sure to get yourself a premium subscription, because it really does a great job. It's really fast. This is what I like most about this program. And yeah, you can use a lot of features in there, edit PDFs, etc. So it's really worth it. So yeah, try it out and support the channel this way. If you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and comment channel if you like. If you want to support the channel a bit more, buy those t-shirts I create to support the channel on Patreon. And up until next video, I wish you guys a flammable day. See ya. I'm going to feed my cat a tiny little bit more. Ciao.
Bist du eine Gute? Bist du ein gutes Mädchen? Was süß?